So good afternoon, students. I hope so. There are all students. Only no teacher is added here. Okay. So let us begin. You might be thinking that this topic, salt, chicken, crane, and you. What is this topic all about? You might be thinking that I will be telling you about the recipe of chicken crane mixed with salt. So that's not anything. I'm a pure vegetarian, so I will not tell you anything of the recipe of chicken. Okay, now we will start with salt, chicken, crane, and you. Okay, so now there is a story of a great scholar and a parasha. Now, what is the story all about? Now, in this is uh, in the maybe it's almost 1,000 years ago when there was a great saint called named Ramanujacharya. I hope everyone is aware of Ramanujacharya. If you don't know, then he was a saint. He was a acharya in Sri Sampradaya in South India. So he was a great scholar, and he had a disciple known as Parashar. His name was Parashar. Okay. Now Parashar, when he was a little boy, a little kid, what happened was there was a great scholar from Kashmir, and this scholar, what he used to do is he used to travel country throughout the country and challenge the scholarly people for debate on scriptures, logic, and he was undefeated all time. And once what happened, he came to South India, and he came to South India for the debate. Now, in those days, this was a popular sport. The popular sport in those days were not cricket, not basketball, baseball, or football, nothing like this. The popular sport in those days was scholarly debates. This was most popular, and he was a scholarly person. His name was Kashmiri, Keshav Kashmiri, right? Like this. So now he came to Sri Rangam, where Parashar used to stay. He was a 5-year-old kid, small boy, Parashar, and this great scholar was a big man. So what happened? He came there, and hearing his name, many of the scholars of that place, they ran away. And now he when he came there, and uh, he this he came there, and what happened was he called for scholarly people there. So most of people would run away when he would come there. So when he would come there, most of the people ran away because they thought that they would be exposed of not having knowledge. So, and he was not this scholarly person. He was not inclined for respecting anyone. His only inclination was conquering everyone. Now, when he came to Sri Rangam, now which today this Sri Rangam is the biggest temple in India. You must, if you want, you can search on Google. This is the biggest, one of the biggest temples in India, Sri Rangam. It's almost spread in maybe 150 acres. So now on coming through Sri Rangam, he called for many scholars, and no one could come in front of him. Then a little boy, 5-year-old boy came in front of him. His name was his name, now I was telling you, was Parash. He ran up to the scholar and said, what did he say? He said that I have a question for you. The scholar was very elderly man. He said, who are you? The scholarly person said, who are you? A child, go away from me. And hearing this, Parashar said, no, 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 I have a question for you. I challenge you for a debate. Parashar, then this scholarly person, he just neglected the small child. And after insisting so much, Parashar told him that, all right, this scholarly person said, all right, child, what is your question? Now the boy, this little boy reached down and filled his palm with sand, and he said, "Oh, great knower of everything, who can answer any question, please tell me how many grains of sand are there in my hand." And hearing this, great scholar person, the person in front of him, this great scholarly person, he was astonished by seeing this kind of question, because he was never encountered with such kind of question. And he thought for a while that now I don't know any answer of any of the answer for this. So he himself got down of his palanquin and just bent in front of Parashar and said, "Oh, great child, now from today onwards, I will accept your shelter and I will be your disciple." So on hearing this, Parashar said that a great personality is like a tree that has many fruits. So what Parashar said is, a great personality is like a tree that has many fruits. A tree that is laden with such fruits always bends low by the weight of those fruits. But a tree without fruits is standing very straight. So you understood this? So a great person is like a tree, like laden with fruits. It always bends down. But similarly, a person of good character, so a person of good character, so on the basis of their qualities, they are very humble to respect others. With all, now he said, one person who is a scholarly person or a person of good character who has very good qualities, is very humble and he is always respecting others. But a person who is very egoistic, he is always into this showing down to others, like he's always irrespective, not respecting others. He cannot respect other people because he doesn't have good quality of humility. And so he said, you have no humility and then you are worthless as this handful of sand. And so he drops all the sand down. So in this way he chastises the great scholar Parashar. Now the Parashar chastises the great scholar. Now next what happened was, when Parashar grew up, Ramanujacharya gave all the Shri Sampradaya was given to this Parashar Muni, in the hands of Parashar Muni. Now after that, what happened? Parashar had many disciples. Parashar had many disciples. So one of the disciples of him once asked him a question. The question asked to Parashar was, what are the important qualities of a virtuous person or a person of good character? So person who is a virtuous person, who is a person of good character, what are his important qualities? So Parashar, on hearing this, Parashar said, see, I am not that kind of, I am not qualified to answer the question. I am not qualified to give answer to this question. So what he said is, he said, I have my friend, one of my friend who stays in Tirupati. His name is Anantacharya. He is very qualified person, experienced person. He will answer your question. So on hearing this, what happened is, he said to his disciple that you go there and you ask this question to him and he will answer your question. So after this, what happened? His disciple packed everything, packed his luggage. And now those days were not the days like today, like we have uh, all the means to go anywhere, like in any remotest place, right? But in those days, that was not the thing. In those days, they had to walk all the way. So now, if we were today, and if we were today we had to ask such kind of question, we would have asked directly on Facebook or say WhatsApp, or we had just on Twitter and we had just tweeted him and asked the question. But those days were not very simple. So what he did, he went all the way from Srirangam to Tirupati. So packed his luggage, started his voyage, started his journey to Tirupati. So while going from Srirangam to Tirupati, it took almost a month, 1 month, almost it took a month to go there. So on his way, there were jungles, very much, so much. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, so on the way he encountered many wild animals. He went through jungles. Okay, and then when he reached, it took almost a month to reach there. When he reached there, he went there and he met Anantacharya. So when he met Anantacharya, he said that I am so and so person. I am the disciple of Parashar, and I have come here to ask a question. So on hearing this, Anantacharya said that, okay, so you are the disciple of a great person, Parashar, okay. So what is the question? So he said, question is, what are the important qualities of a virtuous person or a person of a good character? Okay, on hearing this, Anantacharya, what did he say? He said, okay, you now, okay, I will answer your question. Now you have come all the way from Srirangam. You took so much of time to come here. You must be tired. You take some prasad, take some eatables, take some rest, and then we will talk about it. Okay. So what happened? Like this, in this way, uh, almost 1 month, 2 months, 3 months passed by, and almost 5 to 6 months passed, 5 months passed by, and he was not answered. His answer was, means he was not given the answer by Anantacharya. So, so his disciple, but this disciple was patient. He did whatever he said, whatever Anantacharya said, this disciple did everything properly without again questioning back. And then what happened? On the 6th month, when he was there, next month, on the 6th month, what happened? This uh, there was a festival at Anantacharya's residence where this disciple where he was staying. There was a festival there. So what happened? Anantacharya arranged a great festival. There was a festival arranged properly, and then so many people came there. So many this devotees came there, and so many people were fed with this prasad, or we can say food. So first, this each and so every means हर एक इसमें हर बार एक एक क्या बोलते हैं, पंगत बोलते हैं ना इसे. So पंगत बैठ रहा था. So every पंगत, this person disciple was serving these people. So what happened next? First that this went. Second also this group of people sat. They, for second group of people also this person served. They also went. And then what happened? This disciple, he took a plate and just went on to say, take prasad. So after seeing this, Anantacharya came to him and said, wait, now there are few people, more people are remaining. You don't take now, you can take later. So uh, he took his plate and he came back, and he also served third group of people. Like this, it went on. Like this, it went on. And when all the people went on, all the people took prasad, and all the people this went off. That time, this disciple, what happened? He sat for prasad, and then Anantacharya came to him and he said, now, now tell me, what was your question all about? You came all the way from Srirangam. Now you can ask me a question. What was your question? So on hearing this, disciple replied that my question was 6 months before. So the question is, what is the important qualities of a virtuous person or a person of good character? So on hearing this, Anantacharya replied, revealed the answer to his question. So the answer to his question was, a person, a virtuous person, a person of good character, his qualities, important qualities are like the salt, is like the crane, is like the chicken, and is like you. And just telling this, he went away. Just telling this, he went away from the place. And this disciple was confused. Now, what is great in salt? Salt is a common thing. What is great in salt? Then he said chicken. what's important in chicken? A crane. What's important in crane? And me, he said, me, the disciple asked himself that what is important in me? What is significance of me? So he was very much bewildered and confused. So in that mood, what he did, he packed his bag, packed his luggage, and again he went back to Srirangam, back to his journey to Srirangam. So again, it took a month for him to reach there to Srirangam, and then again he went back and he met his spiritual master or his guru. His name was Parashar. Okay? Disciple returns from Sri Tirupati to Srirangam. So on after meeting Parashar, Parashar saw his disciple and he became joyful, and he said, "Oh, you have come now. Okay, so you got the answer." So on hearing this, his disciple was on hearing this, his disciple means he got a little irritated, not irritated we can say, but he was little bit confused and bewildered by the answer given by Anantacharya. So he said to his teacher, his guru, that yeah, I got the answer, but the answer is the Parashar asked to him that what is the answer. So in this, on hearing this, disciple said, he just said me that a person of virtue or a good person, good character person is like a salt, is like a chicken, is like a crane, and is like meat. And on hearing this, Parashar was very happy. He said, "Wow, what a answer he gave!" But disciple was very much bewildered. So he just said that, "Oh sir, oh master, please tell me what is the answer. What is the answer for this? Please explain the answer to me." So on hearing this, Parashar said, "Okay, let me explain." So Parashar said, "See, first thing is he said that a person of virtue or a good character person is like a salt. What is special in salt? So if the salt is, see, we use salt for preparations, right? For making foodstuffs. So if the salt is too much in preparation, the foodstuff is unpalatable. Now if it's too little, it could be tasteless, right? The preparation could be tasteless. Similarly, like if the salt is balanced in foodstuff, the foodstuff tastes good, right? Similarly, one should be balanced in his life. One should be regulated in his. One should be regulated in his life. Okay, so one should not, like for example, what is regulation? One should not eat too much or too little. One should not sleep too much or too little. Or one should be balanced in his recreational activities. What are recreational activities? Sports and everything, right? Again, like for example, a person who is balanced, right, like a salt, how is he has a time, he has good time for his studies, he has a time for sports, he has time to give for family, he has a time to for entertainment also, right? Again, he has a time for his domestic lives, his occupational lives, right, occupational duties. So everything is balanced in very good manner. The person who is regulated, he balances everything properly. They don't neglect anything. So that is important. So this is a good secret. So balance and harmony is in one's life, right, is required. It's like a salt. So we are always under now, like a salt, we should be balanced. Too much salt, unpalatable. Too less salt, tasteless. Right? Salt is good, everything is balanced. Similarly, our life should be also balanced and regulated. Now, we are always under three modes of nature, like goodness, passion, and ignorance. You must have heard of this in your previous this value education classes. What are modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance? So if you are working with the desire, now what is ignorance, right? What is ignorance? If you are working with the desire to harm someone, inflict pain on someone through our work, that is mode of ignorance. If we are doing some work with selfish ambition, with craving for someone, like grudge against someone, that is called as mode of passion. We always want to be ambitious, that is mode of passion. And if we are working with detachment, with concern and care for other living being, that work, even if it is really very hard, that work is mode of goodness. Like mode of goodness is we care for others, means we do work in such a way that we are caring for others also, we are concerned for others also, and we also do our way nicely. This is called balanced way. So everything depends on our intentions, right? So mode of goodness where we have good intentions, mode of passion we have bad intentions over others, mode of passion and ignorance, right? That is called as imbalancing. So mode of goodness is when we are in mode of goodness, everything is balanced properly. We concern for others also, we are concerned for others also, and we care for others also, right? So we should be person of virtue, and the person of virtue and this character is like a salt. Now one this thing of salt was it's balanced and regulated. If it is balanced and regulated, its taste is good. Now another quality of a salt is it does so much for the preparation, but it remains in the background, right? Another quality of salt is even the salt is doing so much in the preparation, right? Means if the salt is proper, the preparation is good. So even it does so much in the preparation, it remains in the background. Like for example, we can say if this how many times you eat food, right? So many times you must have eaten food. How many times you say that this salt in the preparation is very good, right? You have heard that? No, never. We never say that a salt in the preparation is, which sometimes we say, but never we give the preference to the salt in the preparation. We always give this preference, or we always give credit to the sabji or say masala, right? Those things we always try to give credits to, but salt we never give, right? Similarly, a person of good character will do everything good for the welfare of others, but never wants to give credit for him or himself, right? Rather, he wants to give credit to others. He gives credit to all who have helped him or her. Gives credit to God, right? In this way, a person of good character, what he does, he always gives credit to others who all have helped him in his work, right? Like for example, I have an example of APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Like once what happened in his initial days when he was in ISRO, his boss, what had happened was his boss was means they were there means he had they were a team, right? ISRO. So they launched a satellite, but what happened? The satellite launching failed. It was failed miserably. But there was a mistake. The mistake, or because this we can say this launching failed was because of a little mistake of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. But what happened? His boss went in front of media and he faced the media during that time, right? Now, next time, again, second time, what happened? Again, the satellite launching mission started, and again, the satellite launching was done. And that time, satellite was launched successfully. Okay. Second time, the satellite was launched successfully. Now, that time, what happened? Second time, satellite was launched successfully. That time, his boss did not go in front of media. He sent APJ Abdul Kalam in front of media, and that time we can see the leadership qualities, or we can see the good qualities of that person. So during the bad times, the leader was in front of everyone, and during the good times, during the success, APJ Abdul Kalam was sent in front of him. Like this, so we can see the quality of salt like this. Salt, it doesn't take credit every time, right? It doesn't take credit any time. It is always in the background. Similarly, we should also be like a salt. We should also be like salt. So where we always give credits to others who all have helped us. because always in the success, we always alone are not responsible for in any success, right? Everyone, so many people are responsible for our success. So that is why we always should give credits to others, right? Now another quality of salt is it loses its identity in the preparation. It completely gets mixed, melts, it completely gets mixed in the salt, right? So one who is like salt merges or absorbs his heart in whatever he or she does, right? So like a salt, we should also melt ourselves or absorb ourselves. Whatever we do, in whatever we do, we should absorb ourselves. Like for example, our study, or we are doing any kind of work, right? We should do it with complete absorption, like the salt, right? Salt absorbs itself in the preparation, right? Similarly, we should also absorb in whatever things we do. Okay. Now, next question asked. Now, next thing was chicken. Now, what's so special about chicken? Now we will see. Now, before going to chicken, I would like to show you one video of chicken. What is a chicken? Now you must have seen chicken, how it is, hen, right? Hen or cock, how it is. Now you just see how it does, right? You just observe this properly. To observe this hen properly, how it is doing all its activities. See, it's scrambling the garbage. It is in the filthy place, garbage bin, it's scrambling the garbage. You understood what is scrambling? Now you see it's scrambling the garbage. Okay. Now I hope everyone has understood what is a chicken and how it scrambles the garbage, right? Now I will tell you about the chicken. Now what chicken? See, what is specialty about chicken? What is special about chicken? It it goes to a waste bin, right? It goes to a waste bin where there is so much of garbage, and what it does is it carefully inspects everything, right? You saw this chicken, how it was carefully inspecting everything, and what it does, and looks for a nourishing seed. So what it does, it goes in a filthy place, it looks, inspects everything, it scrambles, right? And then it gets a nourishing seed, it gets a seed. So in this way, we should also be essence, like we should be also essence seeker. Similarly, like chicken, we should also be a essence seeker. Like what chicken does is it goes in a filthy place, it inspects everything, and then it scrambles and looks for a seed, right? Looks for a seed which is nourishing for it, right? The seed is known as essence. We can say essence. Sara grahi. Sara means what? Essence. Grahi means seeker. So a person should be like a chicken, which is who is essence seeker. Now, what do you mean by essence seeker? In every situation of life, we must be seeking the essence. So what is that essence? Everyone has good qualities, right? Every person in this world has good qualities, and everyone has bad qualities. So a good character person looks good in others, and he is not so concerned about bad in others. So the person who is of good character, he is not much concerned about the bad qualities of any person. He is always focused on the good of others. Good person means good qualities of others, right? Now what happens if we focus on good qualities and bad qualities? What are its results? See, there is the law of nature is what it says is We become what we associate with. What we attach with ourselves influences our consciousness, right? So what is it? What does this mean? This means that whatever bad thing or good thing we are looking in others, same thing also comes in our consciousness. Same thing comes in our consciousness, and like that we become. That's the fact. And when we look for essence in others, when we look for good qualities in others, we become enriched by those qualities, right? See, when we look good in others, we become good. When we look bad in others, we become bad. Means those qualities come in us also, right? Those kinds of qualities comes in us also. We just go on criticizing others. See, sometimes, no, many times what happens is we are just looking for bad in others. So many times, always, we never look for good in others. It's we can say ये हमारा स्वभाव है. हमारा स्वभाव क्या है कि हम लोग हमेशा दूसरे का मतलब बुरा ही देखते हैं, दूसरे के मतलब दूसरे के बुरे क्वालिटीज ही देखते हैं, अच्छे क्वालिटीज देखते नहीं. फॉर एग्जांपल समझो, इफ वी टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस टॉपर ऑफ अ क्लास. अभी वो टॉपर है, वो टॉपर है मतलब उसने पढ़ाई किया है. हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? हाँ ये टॉपर है मतलब उसने कॉपी किया है. हाँ नहीं तो इसको सर ने कुछ तो आईएमपी क्वेश्चंस दिए. हाँ ये सब ऐसे बोलते हैं. हम लोग ये नहीं देखते कि उसने वो टॉप किया है मतलब कुछ तो उसने पढ़ाई किया अच्छा खासा, इतना दिन रात भर ऐसे पढ़ाई करता था वो, राइट? पढ़ाई कर करके उसने पढ़ाई कर करके उसने इतना सब कुछ एक गुड मार्क्स लाए उसने एग्जाम में, राइट? ये हम लोग देखते ही नहीं. हम लोग क्या देखते हैं, उसको कुछ तो आईएमपी क्वेश्चंस मिले होंगे या फिर उसने कॉपी चीटिंग किया होगा, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट is our nature. Nature is we always try to find bad in others. So like a chicken, what we should do, even in the garbage place, what it does, it finds a nourishing seed, a good quality, good essence, right? It finds a good this seed is called as, we can say, good quality. We should find good quality in others always. We should never find bad qualities in others. Even if a person is bad, according to our perception, if we think that that person is bad, he is blessed by one or two good qualities. Every person in this world is blessed with one or two good qualities. So that is why we should always look for good in others. We should always focus on good qualities. Why we should focus on good qualities? Because it increases our appreciation for the person, and focusing on bad qualities increases our grudge and envy against the person. When we think of good quality of other person, appreciation towards him increases. And bad when we think of bad quality of that person, envy and grudge against him increases. And this is very bad for our relationship with any person, our friend, our relatives, right? Anything, any relationships we have, that creates problem because of focusing on bad qualities, and this will create distances in our relationships. So that is why we should always focus on good qualities and not focus on bad qualities. Anyway, we should be like a chicken who is a sense seeker. Even in the filthy place, it finds a nourishing seed. Similarly, in the bad place or bad situations, also we should look for good things only, right? Like for example, I can tell you, like a glass. Consider a glass half filled. So person who is appreciating always, who has good nature, what will he do? He will see that, oh, very nice, at least that glass is half filled. And what will happen if a person is of a bad nature or always sees faults in others? What will he do? He will see that, oh, kya hai yaar, ek glass to half filled hai. matlab this is all our depends on our perception. If our perception is good, if we are not fault finders, if we are only focusing on good qualities, you will see good everywhere. And if we are just focusing bad, we will see even the thing and even the situation is very bad, even very good. We will see that, we will think that this situation is bad only for us, right? You understood this, right? कितना भी अच्छा होने दो, हम जो जिसका नेचर अच्छा नहीं है वो क्या करेगा, वो हमेशा देखेगा कि ये गलत ही है, कुछ ना कुछ तो गलत निकालेगा ही उसे. लेकिन अगर किसी का नेचर अच्छा है तो कितना भी बुरा क्यों ना हो उसमें भी वो क्या करेगा, अच्छा ही देखेगा. जैसे हाफ फिल्ड ग्लास है, क्या करेगा हाफ फिल्ड ग्लास में, ये ग्लास अच्छा वाला क्या, अच्छा नेचर वाला क्या बोलेगा, क्या कितना अच्छा है ये ग्लास, आधा भरा है. लेकिन बुरा नेचर वाला क्या बोलेगा, अरे कितना बुरा है ग्लास, कितना, ग्लास आधा है, ग्लास आधा खाली है. दिस इज द परसेप्शन, राइट? नाउ नेक्स्ट इज, what is the quality of a crane, what is good in crane, what is so special in crane? See, crane, see, you, if you have observed crane, like you must have seen Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel, right? They show cranes, like crane when it is in lake or a stream, right, stream of water, what it does is it keeps it is standing still on one leg, right? And it is just focusing in water, it's just looking down in the stream, right? And it just looking towards the fishes. And what it does is, it what it does, it lets all the small fishes go, and it is looking for the big fish, right? And whenever the big fish comes, it grabs it and it swallows it, right? What it does, it is standing on one leg, for one leg, and it is looking for small fishes and lets them off. And when a big fish comes, right, and a big fish comes, what it does, it grabs it and it swallows it. Similarly, we should be focused on what really important is, what is really important for us in our life. That should be our focus. We should not be focusing on small things. Like for example, I can tell you, see, I'm not telling you to, I'm not promoting to eat fish eating or non-veg. I'm just telling you, I'm just giving you this example. Okay. So what it does is it focuses on big fish. Similarly, we should be also focusing on big fish. Now, what does big fish and small fish represent here? See, big fish is like our goal, focus, our main goal, right? What you want to do in your life, your career, right? That's your goal, and that is called as big fish. Or for example, say you are in student life, now you are in 11, 12, 8, 9, 10, whatever, and your focus or your goal is to get topper, to become topper, right? So small fishes can be compared to, we can say small fishes are like temptations that come, those come in our life, in our life, or in our this journey, right? Temptations are like, for example, we can say TV, right? Sport. Now I'm not saying sport as a temptation, but what is a temptation? Temptation is that thing which, like for example, जो required है उसको ना करते हुए हम लोग दूसरा कुछ करेंगे, उसको बोलेंगे temptation. मतलब पढ़ाई के वक्त पढ़ाई करना है, खेलते वक्त खेलना है, लेकिन हम लोग क्या करेंगे, पढ़ाई के वक्त खेलेंगे और खेलते वक्त भी खेलेंगे, तो सारा टाइम अपना खेलने में चला जाएगा. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज, दैट इज व्हाई स्पोर्ट वी कैन कंसीडर इट एज a temptation. So our goal is to become topper. We have planned everything that I will do every day, 2 hours study, 3 hours study, 4 hours study, right? And but sometimes temptations comes like mobile आया हाथ में, 2-3 घंटा मोबाइल में ही गया, right? That is called small fish. टीवी दिख गया सामने, टीवी में कुछ तो सीरियल लग गया, right? That is called as temptation, छोटा fish, right? And again we can say this IPL चालू होना है, right? IPL देखने लगे, 2-4 घंटा IPL ही देख रहे. So we keep all our important things at the back, and this unimportant things in front. So that is why, like a crane, what we should do, we should really focus on our important things. Like the crane, like big fish, it focuses on big fish. Like the crane, we should focus on big fish, our goal, right? Okay. This was about crane. Now, what is special, so special about you? Now, what, why? Now, Parashar was asked by his disciple that what is so special about me? Now, Parashar said, because what is special about you is you were so eager to get knowledge, so eager to get enlightened. You were so patient. You were so humble throughout, right? Whatever Anantacharya told, he did without hesitation, without replying back, right? Without doing anything, without doing when पीछे कुछ ना अपोज करते हुए उसने क्या किया, जो बोला वो किया. That was his humility, right? He was patiently waiting for almost 8 months, 1 month going, 1 month coming, 6 months, 8 months for his answer, right? So that was his patience, his humility, his eagerness, right? These are the qualities we should take from these all: crane, chicken, and salt, right? Salt, what it does, it dissolves itself. That is called as humility. Crane, crane is focusing on important thing patiently. That is patience. Chicken, right? It is focusing on what is good. That is focusing on good things, right? That is we can take from chicken. What is important we do, right? So this is very important. We should learn all these lessons from these three these three analogies. We can say crane, chicken, and salt. Okay, this will help us in our lives, in our relationships, in our goals, right? Everything, in every aspect of life, these things are going to help us. Humility, patience, eagerness. Like we will always be this. We can say ups and downs will come in our life so many times. Ups and downs, difficulties, and right. So like crane, we should wait. We should wait for good opportunity to come, and let the bad times go away. Let the bad times go away, and just be patient and wait for the good times to come. And but don't lose our hope, and do everything properly with full enthusiasm. Right? Okay. Thank you. I feel this was a little, I can say, if you are able to take little good things from this, I will be very grateful. Thank you very much. I end this class. I think so. We should end the class. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.